Welcome to 90 Day Fiance.
Like, like,
Three-way.
like,
Play.
like, like,
Episode
Pew, pew,
13, Elephant.
pew.
like,
Elephant in the room. How's it going?
like.
Like.
Great.
Who do you want to start with?
Okay, I want to
No,
start. I
no,
want to
me.
start. No,
I
me.
need
No,
you to
me.
share in my hatred of
Okay.
Mohammed.
Oh
What the
man.
heck is going on with these two? Because he opened that scene that started that day and like chose violence. Like texted Eve saying, if you don't want to take care of me and my paperwork, then we need to find another sponsor who will. And of course, Eve gets super mad about it because who does Mohammed think he is, trying to not even understand the rules and the laws, to just tell her outright that she needs another sponsor, or that he needs another sponsor. And Eve is just feeling like she is just replaceable and all he cares about is a green card, which in the next scene was basically like green card, 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 going back to Egypt.
Mm-hmm. He just seemed like he was fighting with mom. Him and his mom are having a fight.
It's gross. These two are gross. Well, I mean,
uh,
I don't want Eve to marry him. So how do I stop the past?
did they get married?
I mean, don't they always get married?
I feel like this. They do practically always. I hope they don't. But I feel like their arguments has like a strong tension, the contempt type of tension. And you know what they
Yeah,
say, once contempt is involved, it's downhill
but
from there.
what is the contempt against? Because I don't understand what's going on with these two when all she wants is a really nice wedding ceremony to the man that she loves, and all he cares about is a change of status. So, do you have a side that you're picking here?
Well, what about what he says that it's just legality, it's just a paperwork versus having the ceremony. You can still have the ceremony, but just do the paperwork.
But say, for example, you have been waiting 40 years or so to be married and you have had a relationship and it didn't work out, where this is you're actually your chance to finally get married. Would you want it to be more meaningful than just signing a piece of paper?
But you have to sign the paper anyway. That's going to have to happen.
Yeah, but there's a ceremony
Uh-huh. Yeah, and that's
in
going to
order to sign
happen.
the paper. Yeah. So why can't she have her ceremony?
I mean, I see that point too, but I also see like why not just that way you can both be happy. You know,
Mhm.
he's just so focused on it. Okay, fine. Sign the paper and you still have your ceremony.
But I think in her mind, the ceremony doesn't mean as much if they're already married.
Mm.
She wants the feeling of being married, like because of the ceremony, not because of the paperwork. And she
That's
has
probably
waited a long
true.
time, and she
Yeah.
does do a lot. I feel like she deserves to have what she wants, you know?
Yeah, I
Yeah, if you were
agree.
just going through the motions for a second wedding, yeah, that's true. You wouldn't really be as into it, right? Because you've done this before, you've seen the show. Not as special.
But him, like, he can just wait. Just wait a little bit. It's fine.
He
I mean, I see his
wants a change
point.
of status.
I see his point, but it's like, what is so impending that he needs to change it now?
Yeah. Why didn't she say this is not going to matter today if we do it today versus doing it on day 89 or 91?
Yeah, he's just tired of like sitting at home and watching Theron.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I hope they don't end up together. I'm really hoping that he goes back to Egypt. Because every time he says like, fine, I'll go back to Egypt. I'm in my mind. I'm always like, go back then. Go
She
right
did
now.
say that. She did. And she got to the point where she was like, go on then. Go on with your bad self and go back to Egypt.
Good. I hope she does force him to go. I hope she buys that ticket for him.
I
He
hope she
asked.
helps him pack. That's it for those guys.
Yep. Okay. Who do you want to go to now? Let's go with
Let's move on to Patrick and Thais. Thais, I feel like there's not too much new things, but let's see, more complaining from Thais about him being controlling, and then we actually see her meet up with her girlfriends, and she met them through John's party, and
exactly.
yeah,
I
see,
was like, you should be thankful for John, Thais.
right. There you go. Look at you making friends from John's party. So I guess there's a girl that she's been hanging out with a lot, Kaya or Kayla or something. And she had a Brazilian friend. And they and they hit it off. So they're talking a lot about, somebody else who speaks Portuguese. They're talking about, are you ready for the wedding? She's like, I'm kind of not sure because he's very controlling. He even booked the person to do our makeup, my makeup and my hair. Do you guys think, what are you guys' thoughts on him?
Well, you didn't go through the entire story. I can't give you a one-sided opinion.
Oh, okay. All right. So then next scene, they're going suit shopping, Patrick and John. And John is complaining about having to support her and pay for everything. And it's like Patrick is, and it's putting a lot of stress on the relationship for him. And John's like, are you going to talk about it? Because I know you bottle things in, because that's the way I am. And I was thinking, Patrick seems like the type of guy, you know how you watch like the Real Housewives and it's like the Italian, like the mafia type, where they like support their wives and give them a beautiful house, a beautiful car, and they think everything is fine until the cops come knocking on the door. That's what I feel.
You think that's Thais?
No, I feel like that's Patrick. Like he wants to give everything to his wife, to Thais, right? He's all like, I support you. I've been paying for everything, because he seems really financially stressed, right? Even though and right now they have this really nice car and this really nice house, but he's always complaining about finances. So it seems that he may be going out of his means, kind of. It seems like that. And later on in the next scene, it's back to Patrick and Thais, and they're about to eat dinner or something. She talks to him more about needing to communicate and that he's being controlling. And he says, well, I don't want to feel like I'm controlling you, but I do have to do a lot of things. I have to make breakfast. I have to get you ready. I have to get Theodore ready. I have to go to work. I have to do this. I have to do that. And I was like, wait a minute. How are you getting Thais ready? Are you getting her clothes and putting it on for her? I'm confused.
I don't know. Maybe they have an arrangement in the morning. I need to do something for her.
Yeah, apparently he's making her breakfast and getting her ready and getting Theodore ready.
For what? For school?
Exactly. Exactly. Reminds me of my toddlers.
What'd you think of John's peculiar taste?
Peculious. Yes.
I didn't know what that word was. Am I stupid?
Impetuous. Impetuous?
Yeah, I didn't think that
Impetuous.
was a word.
Impetuous. Yeah.
Impetuous.
Is that a real word?
Yes.
Yes.
Impetuous?
Mhm. Um,
Impetuous. No, maybe it's not a real word.
No, it's
Real
not.
word.
It's impeccable.
Impeccable. Yes. Or and then there's also impetuous.
impetuous.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's what I
that's
was
what
like.
we're
I
thinking.
don't think it's a real word.
Impetuous.
I mean,
We're
I'm
stupid
not
as John.
smart, but I don't know what that word was.
Maybe that's what I was thinking. Yeah, impetuous. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But what do you mean?
That's
Like, what
funny.
was your question about? Like John, or I mean, Patrick?
Distracted.
Oh, do you think that he's going to be one of those mafia dudes who supports his family? Tries to provide above his means to his family, ends up getting caught up with.
Just like push everything under the rug.
hmm
Oh, I don't think so because I think Thais will make sure that she's involved. She might be like a mafia queen in like 30 years. Who knows? But yeah, I don't think that he'll end up like that totally.
Do you think that Patrick is being controlling?
Yeah. But I mean,
No.
it's like to get things done, like he said. Like, let's do it now. Like, let's book it. Let's get it done. Let's go forward. So I understand that. It's not because he wants it to be his way. He just wants it to be done.
Wait, so he is controlling or not controlling?
Like, he is controlling in a way that's like he wants it done now, as opposed to like wants Thais' input. Because she's lagging apparently. He just wants it to be done. So you think no?
I forgot the question. That
Is
he's
Patrick
not?
controlling? Is
No.
Patrick controlling?
Yeah. No, he's not controlling.
Mm-hmm.
The end. That's the end of my TED talk.
That's the end of your argument. That's the end of your pitch deck.
Well,
mean-
okay. Hang on. Let me think. So he did have to make decisions, right? But he was right in the sense that he has to take charge because he can't really rely on her to take charge. So some decisions have to be made. Yes, he might have not been as good in like communicating that stuff with her, but he understands that he's taking more charge. So I don't think that he's super self-aware that what he needs to do, he has to do. So then he just makes a decision on it.
And he doesn't want to be that way, he said.
Yeah,
So that
he
does
doesn't
matter.
want to be controlling, but it seems like he has to.
Yeah. I do think that he needs to relinquish some of that control and pass some things on to Thais because she seems very capable.
Yeah, she doesn't look like a stupid.
Right.
She's pretty smart. She's pretty bright.
So he needs to let go a little bit and give some responsibilities to her. And her English isn't that bad. I think she'll get
Well,
by.
There's plenty of like businesses that would probably accommodate your language that you speak. Portuguese is common.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see any major problems with this couple. It just seems like the usual, them trying to figure out their differences and learning how to come make a compromise.
The dad is the issue between these two.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. But she said she's gonna tell him tonight, which is next episode.
See his reaction next week. Guys, it's wedding season already. We have like 3 more weeks or 2 more weeks of the show.
Yeah, I
You
know. I
believe
can't
it?
believe it. No, I can't. I feel like we just started.
Mm-hmm.
This season went by fast.
Yeah, sure did.
Okay, do you want to move on to Miona and Jibri, these fakers? Okay, let's
You say
talk about
Yes.
these fake YouTubers. Let's call Miona and Jibri. Okay, so these people now they plan to elope, assuming everything they say is real. They plan to elope, and Jibri sages the area, because he wants to clear the negative energy for Miona to talk to Jibri's mom about their new change of plans. Um, First off, I really liked how even though they're at home, they're still matching. I'm into it. I
Always.
like it.
Yeah.
Um, so basically, like Miona goes to talk to Jibri's mom about their change in the wedding. She's compromising for Jibri, but she still wants a nice wedding, but it's gonna be out of state. And Jibri's mom gives her like a lukewarm, okay, that's fine, but we still can't make it. We'll go to the big one, but we can't go to this one. And I'm like, you could go to this one. I mean, come on. You could drive if you
What
really
is their
wanted to.
excuse? I don't understand the
So
excuse.
she said it's short
It's such a
notice.
short notice, but his son was petitioning for her to get this K1 visa. They knew she was coming. They knew she had to get married to him. How is that short notice?
Plus, I'm like, she doesn't even, she wants to be out of state maybe, but she's not saying it's going to be hella far. And so I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a weekend trip at most. Like, come on, you could go. You can make it if you wanted to. I'm pretty sure.
If she wanted to, she could totally.
I do not like his parents right now. They look really bad. She's supposed to be a therapist. I don't know. She seems like she's taking things very personal for a therapist.
Well, she seems like she has like healthy boundaries
herself. Yeah.
You don't mess with her boundaries.
Her boundaries. I mean,
yeah.
No, but they're getting too involved. Okay, I don't like Miona, so therefore I'm not going to go to the wedding. I don't want to support a train wreck. What about Miona has shown that she's so much of a train wreck? I mean, she's been talking to them very calmly. I haven't seen her bust out and start yelling at them, be really rude to them. She's even willing to compromise with the mom. Like she went to the mom and said, you know, what do you think about this place or our plan? What are your thoughts? Who does? I would never do that. And Miona did that.
Well, I think
she's changing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the parents like they should have paid Miona, but I think it's only because of what's happening with Jibri. Like it's totally one-sided. They only see Jibri's like how he's stressed, and they don't like that. And they don't like Miona for him, so they're just like, we hate Miona. They're team Jibri, 100%. Even to a fault, like not seeing his character flaws at all. They're just seeing all Miona's. And then yeah, they just straight up we see like after Miona leaves, like she goes and reports to Jibri. Jibri is disappointed. And then we see the mom talk to the dad and they straight up talk hella shit about Miona. and then we see the next on.
Those are haters.
Yeah, they are some haters. On the next on, they see like apparently they're about to kick Jibri and Miona out. So we'll see what happens there. Any other thoughts?
I'm not thrilled with the drama for this couple. There wasn't really any. It was really overhyped early in the season where it looks like they were gonna get in fights. But this one's kind of meh.
They need to go back and focus on the band and like super toxic Dacho. That would make some like good drama.
Dacho is like their John.
Yeah.
Because they themselves don't really have that much drama, so they need some outside influence.
Yeah. All right, that's it for them.
Who else we got? We have a sad one. Emily is pregnant. And they're recapping things that have happened, but basically, long story short, they have to make an emergency run to the pharmacy because Emily is late on her period. So they buy two and they both show the positive line. And so Emily seems like she doesn't know how quite to react, and they both kind of know. Then they're understanding that this wasn't part of the plan while they lived under her parents' house. But it looks like Kobe wants to die.
Yeah.
He looks distraught. The dad told him that we only have one rule, and that is not to get pregnant.
Right. It's so crazy where he looks so just defeated by the entire issue here. That I don't know why Emily, when she was talking to him, was trying to, I don't know, maybe hype him up and ask if he was excited when she herself was super worried.
Yeah, and then when he would say his feelings, she would always be like, "Well, I have a lot more to worry about." And I'm like, "Why did you even ask him then?"
I know. I know.
It's so annoying.
Shut the fuck up, Emily.
That's right. Yes, we're bringing that back.
I almost forgot about that one.
She did it multiple times. It's like starting to piss me off. Whose
so
fault do you
good.
think, like, who has most of the blame? You
Both
think?
of them are to blame.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at first I thought it was him because like she said he didn't want her to be on birth control, and she was like, "Well, not taking birth control can lead to a birth, duh." But then he said that she had this app that tracked her ovulation, and that he didn't need to pull out according to the app.
He didn't need to. He didn't need to.
This app says I'm not ovulating, so you could keep it in.
So
It's
go
fine.
ahead. Just
What's
put
the
it in
word?
there.
What's the word that he said that they bleeped? He's like, and so she said bleep in it or something. I don't know. It's
Came.
like, oh, is that what he said? That they bleeped?
It would be the only word that would make sense.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because she said bleep in you. Or like bleep in me. Like, my app says I'm not ovulating, so feel free to bleep in me.
Could be nut.
Finish.
Finish. That's a sophisticated way to say it.
Climax.
Oh,
Climax.
Ejaculate. Maybe he said that.
A very
Medical-
proper. That
medical
one's
term.
proper. I like that one. Well, I mean, that's pretty much their drama, guys.
And they're gonna hide it.
Yeah,
It's
they're
messed
gonna.
up.
Oh yeah, they're gonna hide it. So maybe she can get away with hiding it for a little bit longer than the regs, but like, how quickly is this wedding happening? Because
I mean,
she can't hide it forever.
yeah, and Kobe, he actually seems like he's not like a grimy person that would have no problem hiding it. He seems like he'd feel super guilty
Mm.
talking to the dad face to face, and then
Yeah,
they're
knowing that
pregnant.
she's pregnant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
So what would be the better move, to just not tell the parents, or to just come out and tell them? Because then if they hide it and then when the time comes, like, you lied to us all this time, isn't that going to be worse?
Yeah, they should
But
tell it now and then have a plan though. Like, this is what happened, but this is what we're gonna do. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I wouldn't tell until I was like, all right, we got to move out.
When are they gonna move out though?
The shed in the back
Oh
and the
no.
horsies.
You're going to move from the basement to the shed.
Oh, they can live in Rock City.
I had to like go back there to remind myself of what that was. Rock City, the city of rocks.
Yeah, I guess that is good. It for them. What was on the next one? Oh, he tells his friend.
Oh yeah, that was the drama of the week where
Yeah.
he was not supposed to tell anyone, but it seems like everyone is gonna know.
He tells his friend temperature. That's his name, right?
Yes, temperature.
I like it. I like that name. Let's move on to who else?
Bilal and Shaida.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shaida. Okay, so they're gonna go for a picnic, a romantic picnic, because that's something that she really loves about him. He's so romantic. Is that the one positive thing she says about him? But when we see him, he doesn't seem romantic at all. Okay, so they're at the park, and Shaida tells Bilal about the encounter with his ex and how the ex was super aggressive and started talking about the prenup and how she needs to protect her children. And he is caught off guard with it. he says, wow, actually, that's something that should only be between us. But speaking of prenup, how about that prenup? And that's his way to segue into that conversation. Totally, I don't know, not quite acknowledging how upset she is with how aggressive the ex was. And he goes again, talking about the prenup, and she says, what if I wanted to be, which I think is a valid point. What if I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and I never worked? And so this says like anything that I acquire while we're married, it goes equally to both of us. But what if I don't work and then we end up breaking up for whatever reason? Then I'm going to have nothing, which makes sense. She's like, well, I raised your kids and everything. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's whatever they both acquire, right? So if he's making money, she gets half, right? Is that how it works?
That sounds like that makes sense to me, because if he's only protecting assets he already has. So anytime they start filing, I guess, their taxes as a married couple, maybe you could start counting.
Okay, and then from there, if they were to break up, she could get half of the income or whatever it is. Mm-hmm.
Whatever he made after they got married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she definitely needed to consult a lawyer.
Yeah.
And he was not, I mean, he should have totally offered a lawyer to her.
That's true. He should have done that.
Is that not part of the procedure though when you're signing a prenup? No?
Didn't we learn that from last season?
Yeah, I thought that
when Memphis
they
was
did.
like, yeah, after we make one, your husband, fiance has to have like a certain number of hours to read it and review it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And so she's still on the fence about it. Yeah. She wants to protect herself. And yeah,
I don't like his reasoning either. Because his reasoning was like, if you don't plan to cheat on me, you don't plan to go back on your word, and this means nothing. But it's like,
does it stop her if he does it?
Yeah, it's exactly like if she goes back on her word, like he's protected, but if he goes back on his word, like she's not protected.
Mm-hmm. And then
said that.
And then when did you also feel trapped? Like, what if I just don't like you? Do I have that choice? What if I just don't like you and I want to leave the relationship? It's kind of like, but I can't because I won't have financial stability.
Yeah, she'll have nothing. So she needs to make sure, like, if they do get divorced, even if not a lot of time has passed, like he's obligated to give her some kind of support.
Mm-hmm. Especially if they have a kid too.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it for them.
Really? That's the whole thing for them?
Yeah, there wasn't too
what did we watch?
That's what I was saying for Patrick and Thais and for Bilal and Shai. It was the same continuation of the same problems. Like, control and then prenup. Okay. I don't know how much more they can talk about these things.
Yeah. Emily and Kobe was the only one with a different thing.
Yeah, but they were short though. And they spent a lot of time on these fools, Cara and Guillermo, that are super boring.
I know, which I don't even want to talk about if I'm just being honest.
Let's do it really fast.
Me too.
Cara and Guillermo. I think they did like like a month. They stepped forward like a month or something, and then Cara's preparing for the wedding in like 3 weeks. They did a montage of all the stuff that she did. They made it seem like a lot, but it could have all happened in one day. And then
speaking from a party planning, I just got off some party planning, and it is a lot of work.
Yeah.
It is a lot of work.
So
I give props to Cara on this.
Yeah. Well, and then they fight about something stupid. And then he says that she's controlling. And then he's worried that she won't change after the wedding, which is a good thing he thinks that she will change after the wedding. That's what he's hoping for. But he goes to a stylist and Keely, and she talks all the shit. Like she keeps it real. And she's like, no, That's stupid. Don't try to like think that they're gonna change after the wedding. You can say it now, right? And so he's like, okay. He goes to talk to Kara. She's like, Keely made me say this, that I need to question all of your behaviors. And Kara's like, you shouldn't have done this like 2 days before the wedding. But I'm like, if he only realizes it now, it's either now or after the wedding. So he might as well do it now. You know what I mean? So you can do
After
like a last.
she spent all that money on your wedding that she didn't even want.
Exactly. But I mean, he didn't realize it until Keely came into his life. So what else is he supposed to do?
Keely!
He's either say it now or say it after. There's no going back in time. Okay. Of course, he should have done it way before, but he didn't know. Keely had to like, be his. Yes, it's true what they say. Your stylist is also your therapist. Okay.
This conversation has veered off. Over the cliff.
It's like the first time too that he met her already.
Yeah. He seems very impressionable, like a child, even though he doesn't want to be treated like a child.
It's true, exactly.
What a stupid kid.
But you know what? I mean, I do think like for them to work, Kara will need to change. But Kara was like, you know what? If you don't like me, I'm not going to change. I mean, I respect that. If she knows that she
won't change,
those are her bad habits, and she doesn't want to change. Like, don't come into a relationship trying to change this person. This is who she is. This is who she likes.
But what if they try to change you?
What do you mean? Did she try to change him?
To bend to her will? Yeah, a little bit.
I think she's just like different. Like in the setting in America, she just became a different person. Like
he cited though. He said that he doesn't really want to be going out to things that she wants to do and stuff. That's the only thing I can think of right now.
Mm-hmm. And like she becomes super mean.
And she becomes super mean, but that has nothing really to do with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
it seems
like she's not trying to necessarily like put pressure on him to change. It's like in the moment she wants to go out, she wants to do what she wants, but he's trying to like change her overall behavior of like going out, but also saying no to him, like about the computer, dictating what kind of beer he buys, stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Keely had it right. These things will not change. It's just going to be something that you either learn to accept or you don't.
Exactly.
You don't accept it, or
she needs a show, guys.
Yes.
Who do we know at TLC? Keely's chair.
I mean, these side characters are the ones that really make this show. Like Keely, all the ones in the past, the lady that worked at the furniture store.
Oh, yeah. MVP, some of these side characters. They are super memorable.
And the bass guy, now every time I see the bass with Patrick and Thais, I'm like, I just think about that guy. I'm like, oh, there's the bass. The bass is like in every scene.
We should have a top 10 side characters.
It's true, yeah, they make the show. And then it's just a montage of their issues as he's saying it. Every time he says something, they do a flashback of her being mean. And then for the next one, I don't know what happens. Like she's at her bachelor party and she's like complaining about him, which is like super awkward because it's like your bachelorette party and all of her girlfriends are like, well, you're about to get married, we're celebrating your wedding and you're just complaining about him. It's super weird.
It's on
brand for them though. You know what I mean? And then I don't know. Do they get married? Do we know any spoilers?
I can't see why they wouldn't get married.
Yeah,
Plus
me either.
We don't really care. So that's for that.
We're the best show on the podcast.
This is the best recap show, you guys. Is there anything for Ari and Bini?
She gets married next week.
Yeah, they didn't show them.
Or no, she's trying on dresses, but doesn't really feel the wedding spirit.
Yeah. All right. And then I think we only have a few more episodes left, right? The tell-all.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the best ones.
I think this is gonna be like a feisty tell-all.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of strong personalities. There's going to be a lot of fighting.
Like comment on each other's really dysfunctional relationships.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh God.
I hope so, because this is really boring. These past 2 episodes had nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead.
I was gonna say they didn't even make the pregnancy thing that exciting. They
I
should have built it
know.
up
Yeah.
more.
They should have.
Even Ariella, like they built up that pregnancy scare a lot more
The
than
pregnancy is a big deal, and they spent so much time on stupid ass rock city.
yeah. So
Not enough footage. I
weird.
don't think they got
This-
enough footage.
These dumb other things. Yeah. Okay. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully the tell all will be soon. Real quick, I want to say thank you to everybody. Give us a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. If you haven't left a review, please do so on whatever podcast app you use. It really helps us keep hearing the podcast. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, B. Anything else?
Oh no, that's pretty good.
Bye.
Right? Like,
Bye.
like. Bye.
Like-
Later, bye.